Welcome to Professionally Speaking Toastmasters. This video shows an example of some prepared speeches given in recent meetings.
Good morning, Toastmasters, and I'm super excited to be here and give this presentation to my fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. I just moved here from Houston, Texas last February. So since moving to Washington from Texas, I've tried taking in all of the hiking I can in the Pacific Northwest region. The last couple of weeks, I took some time off and went camping and hiking in the Olympic National Park. We hiked and camped in the Hoh Rainforest. It's one of the last temperate rainforests in the United States. The average rainfall in the forest is around 140 inches or 3.55 meters. For the record, both nights we camped there, it rained on us. The Hoh River is fed from glaciers, so when you see the water, it's completely icy blue. It's so beautiful. One of the things I noticed was the thousands upon thousands of deciduous and coniferous trees and mosses that line the rainforest, and I fell in love. The moss that grows on the trees either grows right on the bark or hangs from the branches and hangs vertically. It's a magical rainforest. I love it. If you haven't been, please go. The thing I loved the most about my trip, though, was all of the animals that I imagined I could see while we were there. The one animal that I really wanted to see, and we actually did get to see, was the Roosevelt elk. The Roosevelt elk actually have the largest herd in the United States that stays in the Olympic National Park. And fun fact, it actually stays in the Hoh Rainforest. I guess they like the Hoh Rainforest, so there was a pretty good chance we would see them. In 1973, the Endangered Species Act was passed to protect and preserve endangered species and their ecosystems if they depend on it. A species is threatened if it might become endangered if we don't take the proper steps to protect it. As of 2016, there are 8 species on the threatened list and 7 species on the endangered list that call this part of Washington home. So how does a species become endangered? The most common things are habitat loss and fragmentation. The second thing is overharvesting. And the third thing is pollution. The best thing that you can do when you're hiking and camping for animals is to know more about them, and 2 is to make sure that you clean up after yourself. One of the things that the park rangers are also doing, which I think is marvelous, is the park rangers are specifically closing trails and changing their maintenance schedules because of certain species that they think need private time during certain times of the year. I just wanted to encourage everyone to make sure you're researching a little bit about the camps and the places that you do hike in and camp in, and enjoy it. It's such a beautiful time. I didn't have this type of area around me in Texas, and I think everyone should get out, go somewhere new, enjoy where we live. So thank you for your attention today, and I appreciate it.
One of the wonderful things about Toastmasters is that you are given immediate feedback after giving a prepared speech. Here's an example of one of those speech evaluations.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. Ellen, what really caught me when you started your speech is that you had a wonderful energy. Your voice was strong and positive, and that really drew me in right away. You told us about coming from Texas, which is the antithesis of a rainforest in the Pacific Northwest. So that kind of painted a really nice picture and then set the speech up nicely. You talked about your visit to the rainforest, and you included some personal experiences about how it rained on you for the 2 days. When you talk about personal experiences, that really helps you speak from the heart. You painted a beautiful picture of this magical rainforest, and I loved that term because I pictured it in my head. You talked about the turquoise glacier, the river, the mosses, the Roosevelt elk. And I remember your last speech, you actually showed us pictures of these different items, and that glacier water was stunning. I wish you would have sprinkled some of those within your presentation this time, not necessarily as a PowerPoint, but I think that would have really helped us paint those pictures in our head. I know we've discussed this before, and the camera on your computer is down at the bottom, so it makes you kind of look at an angle. When you're speaking, just look at that camera. I know it's probably really awkward to you, but we will get to see you head on and get better eye contact from from our standpoint. We enjoyed your speech. Overall, I thought you did a wonderful job. I really loved that you took the feedback from the last time. You were much more confident this time. The pictures that you painted were just stunning. And it makes me really want to go visit this forest. So, job well done.
To learn more about our club, please check out our other videos.